First time that I met Eddie, well, there's a bit of conflict in this because he thinks we met at a house party and I think that we met at an audition.
Now, I have a really crap memory, so I don't know if you're asking Fliss this question as well, but she might come up with a different answer. It was either at our mutual friend Polly Stenham's house, and I remember going and having a night out there, and I think I met Fliss there, but we also then met at an audition.
The three people who auditioned were Eddie Redmayne, Tom Hardy, and Andrew Garfield.
And the director wanted to see whether we had chemistry. So he just told us to stare at each other. And we just stared at each other for about an uncomfortable minute and a half, and I never got a call back, so I don't think that went particularly well. I do remember my first kiss. I must have been 10 years old, and I went to the Swedish school disco, and we all sat in a circle and played Spin the Bottle.
First kiss was in an under-16s nightclub. The guy had double braces and smelled really strongly of Jean-Paul Gaultier aftershave.
And we had to French kiss in the middle of the circle. And my abiding memory is of Hubba Bubba, which is quite a nice taste. Oh, God. Right, okay, moving on.
Oh, first hangover. I think I had to have a day off school. I remember vomiting in my bedroom, each side of the bed.
First hangover, my friend and I stole a bottle of Jack Daniels, got very, very drunk. My friend ended up being sick over the singles section in our price and left him outside his front door. Well, I got home and fell asleep and woke up to a cracking hangover with my mum screaming up the stairs, telling me that my friend's mum was on the phone and what had I done to her son.
The very first film I watched was The Little Mermaid. I was obsessed with Ariel from that point on, and still am.
It remains one of my favourite films, and I just showed it to my daughter the other day, and it was the Disney cartoon of Robin Hood. It's still so brilliant. I love it. Definitely through that Robin Hood film, my first celebrity crush, I was really into Maid Marian, who was a fox, an actual fox. I found Nala in The Lion King very attractive, but this is sounding like a thing now, but it's not.
First celebrity crush would have to be Leonardo DiCaprio in Titanic and Romeo and Juliet. And it's hard to choose between the two. Maybe Romeo and Juliet, slightly more crushable.
First job was being a waiter at the British Soap Awards. We had to get all the actors and actresses as drunk as possible in one studio so that they would go and watch the Soap Awards in the next door studio and have the time of their lives. It was absolutely brilliant. Particularly rowdy crew from Hollyoaks.
It was a promotion for CITV. They had 4 children, each dressed as a different letter. And then we were on the steps outside of the library in Birmingham, and we just had to make silly shapes as these letters. And I was the letter V, I think. It was very glamorous.
I'd done a television series called Pillars of the Earth, and I came outside at Broadway between 2 shows, and there was a massive poster for Pillars of the Earth on Times Square, and that felt like quite a big deal. And then trying to do a sort of sly selfie of you in the foreground with the thing in the background without anyone noticing. You take a photo of yourself and a big version of yourself. But actually, I had so much spray tan on in that television series that I don't think I looked recognisable anyway. So.
I was shooting a film, and the first 2 weeks of it were in Florence, in Italy. And I remember having a hotel room that was in the same position as the room that Helena Bonham Carter is at the end of A Room with a View. And then I thought, I've made it. Basically, my dream come true.
We've done my first. How about seconds? Should we move on to seconds?